Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D, baby, coming from up above and right in front of your screen. My friend, welcome to the Godzillionaires Club. Did you enjoy that little thunderstorm last night? The rain didn't come. I mean, it looked like it was going to have a storm, but it didn't. And this morning, I went to get a haircut, and apparently, the barber told me that there is going to be a storm coming, and I'm assuming it's just going to be some thunderstorm and some rain, which is normal in Florida. But every time when we hear the news over in Seattle, we panic, we freaked out. However, my friend, we are currently at one of the camp locations for 1,000 trails. And it's kind of nice to be here at a campsite because ever since I left Seattle, I stayed for 2 nights at a campground in Eastern Washington, Goose RV or something like that. I made a video about it. I was in the town, but that was the only time I spent more than 2 nights at a campground. Most of the time I was just on the go, and if I wasn't on a go, then there wasn't like a full hookup. And what I mean by a full hookup is that I have electricity, I have water coming in, and I have, sewer, where, if I fill up if the tanks are filled, then I can just go out there, pull the lever, and off we go. Everything is on the spot. You know what I mean? Let me correct myself. There was actually a couple of times. Fort Peck, I spent almost a week there. And then in Chicago, the town in Chicago where I met, the people, I spent 3 nights there, and there was only electricity. Fort Peck, which is in Glasgow, I spent more than a week, and I didn't have anything. I remember I had to run, get some water, and then after I used it up, I had to go dump the tank, fill up the propane. But it's kind of nice, just to be at a campsite. And the campsite that I am currently at is in Wildwood, Florida, and the name of the campsite is 3 Flag by 1,000 Trails. So this is one of the campsites in Florida. There are 2 more, and like every time when I'm at a campsite with 1,000 Trails, I will keep you posted and just kind of give you a walkthrough since I'm here. But man, Florida, it's so hot. I was gonna take a shower, but then I was like, the moment I take a shower and I go out and I take 1 or 2 steps, I'm exaggerating. I mean like 3 or 4. Bitch, please. I started sweating. This is my 3rd time today sweating. I washed the car this morning. It actually got dirtier because the RV is huge, and it just, the car wash place that I went to, it wasn't, it was there, it for like trucks and RV, but it didn't do it for me. I was able to rinse it, but as far as like brushing it, it was just too much. It's big. And so it got clean, but it got dirtier in a way I was expecting more. I try to scrub off some of the bugs. I don't know how many bugs I have killed on this trip, they're suicidal. They just came flying at the windshield, and probably 1,000 already, if not more. I'm a sinner. However, I'm a vegetarian. I didn't choose to kill them. They committed suicide. Grab them by the pussy. What else? But other than that, I will be here for 2 nights, get to enjoy that, and then off to Orlando we go. At this time, I'm contemplating whether I should go to Disney World or not. I really, really want to go to Disney World since I'm here, but then I gotta find a babysitter for a boy because I can't bring him there with me. And one of the downsides of driving an RV, where sometimes people have a trailer, and a trailer, you have a truck, and you can take that truck wherever you want to go, and you can just leave your trailer unattended, and able to travel around much easier. But with this one, I have to drag the whole RV with me, which is not much of a burden for me because I don't do a lot of that anyway. But I would just I'm in Florida. I always wanted to go to Disney World, and but I'm still trying to work it out. If I can find a babysitter, I will. And then as far as the event, I gotta plan ahead. Where am I gonna park my car? Where am I gonna put boy? Because the weather is way too hot for him to be in the car unattended. And leaving when you leave the AC on, you don't want to open any windows, and I just don't want to take that risk where what if something happened to the AC or the electricity and it will turn off, and of the high heat. So I gotta figure that part out, but I have plenty of time to do it. I'm just cleaning out the car right now, and enjoying my time finally after a long, or at least after a very long drive for the last couple of days, 4, 5 days, 6 to 8 hours a day, just constantly boom, 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 boom. And now I get to relax and just kind of plan where I'm gonna go next. I still don't have a clue where I'm gonna go after the event. I still want to travel to places where they have campsites available for 1,000 trails, but then in different states. Just kind of explore America. It's kind of I don't know about going all the way to the northeast of the United States, because by the time I get up there, it's probably gonna be September or October, and I really don't want to get stuck in the snow. I want to be in the southern or the south part of the United States during the winter, even the coming fall. So we'll see. I want to spend some time in Florida just to explore around, and so that's the plan for now. Just kind of lay back and plan out what I'm going to do for the next couple of days. And then after the event, I gotta plan out where I'm gonna go. But other than that, my friend, Florida is, I love it. I can definitely see myself getting used to this. Getting used to this. Yes, I'm complaining because I came from Seattle. Rarely it will get this hot and this humid, but my body is adjusting. I can definitely get dirtier, right? A little bit icky. Oh my God, it's icky. It's but I kind of get used to it. This is probably my 3rd day. By the way, if you are a grammar teacher, please educate me on this. Why do we say 3 people and not 3 person? Why do we say 1? Why do we say 3 Bitcoin rather than 3 Bitcoins? I get confused, man. English is confusing. Con, I'm not racist. How can I be racist when I hate everyone? But my friend, much love wherever you are. Go out there. You know, if you want to make something happen, you gotta start taking action. Like my other observation when I was at Walmart last night, about 70% of the people are actually wearing a mask, even though the store does not mandate mask, or the state, but you know, people still wear them, and that's a choice. But that's just my observation. Now, as far as I started traveling, you know, like down from Georgia, that's when I start, even in Kentucky, Ohio, somewhat, Kentucky, you know, you go further south and then you kind of see it. You're like, oh, okay. And it's very similar to Seattle. So that's just my observation. But I feel like, you know, with this whole COVID thing, I think it's already been planted in the subconscious part of the mind, you know, to certain areas in the United States, because people that are afraid, people that are wearing a mask, they are, in my opinion, they haven't gotten to the like, you know, the statistics rather than the news, you know, planting fear in the mind. And you know, and when you live in a certain area, like, you know, if the majority of people do it, then you do it without questioning. And when you turn the news on, when you go on social media, when you hear all of these experts and so-called doctors, I mean, they're flip-flopping like crazy, and their numbers don't even make sense. And but I understand. So that's just my observation. Go out there, go to a different area, you know, and observe, or just go out in nature, because I feel like, you know, the connection is not there. The moment we are afraid of one and another, the connection is not there. And you know, and that can cause, like, hate and division. So you gotta step outside of where you are. Okay, if where you are, people are constantly wearing a mask, getting the vaccine, and just afraid of one and another, you got to go to another area where you get to see a different perspective. You know, like and understand the human body, because the immune system is everything. I mean, at this point, like, you know, honestly, I don't see how or why people do it, but I feel like I get it, because people are being lied to, people are being gaslighted, and you know, information are being censored, and which is unfortunate actually. But you got to think for yourself, my friend. Nobody is going to come and save you. All the information are out there. If you are curious enough, you'll find a way. But if you're not, you're just following what everyone's doing, you know, usually sheeps are led to the slaughterhouse. Pigs too, but you know, pigs, it's just a term they use for the market, the economy market. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And then sheep is for the conspiracy. I don't even call it conspiracy. It's critical thinkers. That's what these people are. Like, you know, you question, right? I mean, who would take a narrative without questioning? And the moment that, like, you know, people are being censored, that should be a big red flag. Why are we censoring COVID? You know, like, why are we lying about the number of deaths? Why are we... Man, it just, there's so much thing that doesn't make sense. And it just, like, it's gotten so bad. The hypocrisy, it's just so bad. The lying is just so bad. And I don't think it's gonna stop, my friend. I don't think it's gonna stop, because ain't nobody's coming to save you or I. We have to search for the truth, and we have to start living the truth. And you know, you can't live the truth if you're constantly living in fear, because if you're living in fear, you are already dead. So much love, my friend. I will see you in the next video, and probably around this campsite. I'll show you around the campsite. So bye.